Watch. This is Serpy. Now, today we're going back to the Ranko gang, and in particular, the leader, Tafari Silvera. This is an interesting character and an interesting gang. And interesting for all the wrong reasons. We're talking about an organization, a criminal organization, that compose police officers and civilians, but the police officers, or a police officer, is the leader of that gang. It doesn't take a quantum physicist to see the problem there, sir, and that's how dangerous this is to society. But before I'm going any further, I have two public service announcements. The first one is a Patreon birthday shout out to KlLLING. KlLLING has been around from before we hit 1,000 subscribers. So you know, say, a long time that. Right? He's also a Patreon man now for about a couple of years. So KlLLING, you know, say in Dubai, enjoy yourself, right? Have fun, but be careful, because Dubai, them people in a run no joke at all when it comes down to certain laws. Right? And I like your favorite Jamaican leaders, them place there. Right? Then you fling behind bars for any little things. Enjoy yourself, bro, and big up yourself, and thanks for the continued support. See? Second public service announcement. I've discussed this before, right? But the bigger the channel get in terms of subs, there's downside to that. One of them is, right, people who refuse to go back and listen to the old video them and understand that there is rules of engagement when it comes on to my inbox, to my messages. We work with Intel. What makes the PIA so special is the fact that it runs off Intel, solid Intel. By clogging up the system, right, every day I get about 100 to 200 messages. By clogging up the system, right, and I have to read through all kind of messages, right. By the time we get to the people who actually have Intel, sometimes the day pass, sometimes 2 days after. Here's an example to make things easy, so there's no misunderstanding. Something happened in Clarendon, so you know, say, I come from here, so I know something here, so I'm going to see this, I'm going to go to school with us, Madia, right? Or you know, say, come from here, so, and they live down there, so, right? And in brother go, that's Intel. Yo, I wonder if the man, I wonder if I them, because I feel, say, you know, so I think, say, that's a waste of my time, with all due respect. We can move into the video. Tafari Silvera. This police officer is the leader of the Ranko gang. Him them hold on upon first. As soon as they hold on upon him, another police officer run away left Jamaica. Jump on a plane and cut, because him know say once they hold on upon the leader, the domino effect probably go start. That police officer, even them left the island, I'm sure if them have the willpower, right, if they link up Uncle Sam, right, then can get him extradited back to Jamaica. All them need is the willpower. We know say Jamaica and America have an agreement, right, and them can extradite people. Right. But there are other members in the gang, the Ranko gang, right, who are police officers. As I said before, in the link with some youth from Cockburn Pen, right, when they're supposed to kill somebody, it never go too well. Police hold on upon the whole of them. Then they also supposed to kill, right, various individuals who them designate as quote-unquote informers, you know, witnesses. You see, the police are saying, right, based on the investigation, this gang is responsible for carrying out a number of robberies, right, in about 8 parishes. And then when time people about Clarendon, as you remember, the infamous Clarendon robbery of the Chinese supermarket, did a video on it. Probably one of the videos. A lot of people are listening to this right now. That was the first video you ever hear. I think that was the first video that truly took off from my channel. And I was saying those individuals look like members of the security forces based on how they operate. Right? So naturally, people start to wonder. Now if you have intel on this, tying the Ranko gang, right, to the Jamaican robbery, or any other robbery, when they don't know, if you link up already. There is no point speculating in my DMs. Right? I can do that all by myself. I don't need somebody to tell me, say, boy, look spooky. Right? That's very obvious. Right? If you have any intel on this gang, link up. But clearly, even if people are Clarendon, never know about him. I'm not surprised because Tafari Silvera, right? I told him come from. Right? Our family are not even on them thing there. Right? St. Andrew South. Right? I don't know if that's the last place him there, but at one point, right, he was based in St. Andrew South. So no wonder enough people in Clarendon don't even know about him. But him operate across various parishes. People in the force who will communicate with Tafari Silvera, just like you would any other squaddy, right? Them a tell him things and I talk to him, not knowing say, them a talk to the man who go up on the very robberies. Because of your squaddy. When your squaddy come to you, right, because him can use psychs easily, right? Yo, you know you know you about the robbery going on, so you know you no intel upon it, right? No, not go on there look like, why would they even know who? In my mind, he's like, yeah man, he's laughing. So you think your squaddy ask question, 3 more help solve case? Not knowing say, man I try to sift people onto him. But the police was onto him. But not the people them who did I expect. You see, in did I expect the squad of them were in patrol with. But CTAC was onto him. And it looked like CTAC never communicate this with other police officers. I miss enough to get catch off guard. And it's probably a good thing them never communicate this with other police officers. Because if them did tell, right, them favorite squaddy, them favorite constable say, you know, say, we there carry out a surveillance operation on Tafari Silvera. Right. Guess what gonna happen? Somebody gonna tell him. Somebody gonna tell him. Say, boy, you say, me the man, them say, boy, look like they're involved in or something. Right. So that is what make this whole operation, right, how they manage to gather the intel upon the Ranko gang and the police officers so interesting. People of Jamaica, I want you to understand how serious this is. You know, say, we're living in the age of, you know, news and fast news and everything a 2-day story. You kill the story big, people forget about it in a 2-3 days. Right. People already forget about it in their favorite quote-unquote pastor, right now at St. James. Right. People could have wonder, who that again? That proved my point. Right. You know, your favorite pastor who lost his life in the car accident. You know, Mr. Epstein. You know me I talk right, Kevin Epstein. Yeah. See what that gone and forgotten. Even the same Maypen robbery, gone and forgotten. Right. 2-day story. Like here it big. Jasmine Dean story gone and forgotten. Right. So, I want you to understand, say, the Ranko gang, it is not unreasonable to assume that there are others. It is not unreasonable to assume that Tafari Silvera and his corrupt squaddies, right, were not the only police officers who came up with the grand scheme, right, to be cops by day and criminals by night. Intel is important. Now, I know say CTAC say them do them own digging, but the public, people always say, why, them man I mix up and them man I mix up, we need to make the call them. Right. There's no point sitting and value the Intel and just complaining when certain things will go your way. Intel run this. As much as CTAC say them get this on them own, I'm sure, right, them not gonna say, what you mean? No, we don't want no info. We look for it for ourselves. Right, no. Info and Intel run the game. Just like the PIA, info and Intel run the game. Now, I know say, we don't respect the PIA, right, based on some of the gimmicks and the foolishness when I say when I send them the game. That's very obvious. But Intel run the game. Tafari Silvera was no ordinary police officer. Some of the information he would have been privy to would not only make him able to get away when he carry out him own robberies them, but make him plan some of them robberies them. Because he would have go on certain apps, see certain individuals, him eye catch on little thing, and then him say, oh, alright. Soon come back for that, man. Spooky, no? Police them have a star witness. At one point, them will plan to kill the witness. Now here how dangerous this becomes. When you have police officers who have them own a gang and you have a witness from the gang, right, or a witness who can testify against the gang, it's much easier for police find out who the witness is than, the ordinary gang member upon the road. This brings me to another point. The witness protection program, for all its faults and shortcomings, clearly have some kind of merit behind it. Because Tafari Silvera them still couldn't get to the witness. Right, they make them plans, and even the plans that them a plan, CTAC had the intel on it. So, you see them can't do it, or them don't want to do it. So when time them want to do it, which is protect the witness, which is the witnesses can survive. They've somehow managed to shield witnesses even from other JSAFE officers. And that is a step in the right direction. That's a major step actually. It's one thing to be able to protect a witness from criminals, but when you can protect them even from police officers who work in a police station and can get certain information, then the witness protection program have some use. They need whole heap of improvement, but it have use. And based on what I'm hearing, they've never lost anybody while they've been on the program. The only people who die are the people who left the program because them get fed up, and then man get to them and kill them. Based on what I've heard, the last I've heard, they have a 100% track record in keeping the witnesses safe when the witnesses stay on the program. But the program need whole heap of investment. Enough people get fed up and frustrated, and them left, and man kill them. People at Clarendon, Ranko gang, any intel don't have link up. Because this gang has been operating, according to CTAC, from about 2019. So imagine how much things them do from then until now. We need to get to the bottom of it. This is top priority. Anyway, Patreon squad, pick up on yourself. PIA, you don't know, more life. Ultra squad, stay circling. Bless.